Yo, what's good, y'all boys? You guys probably can't see me doing my nightly walk. I haven't been doing the walks as often because actually, like last week, I've been doing so many things I just sort of forgot about the walks, honestly. But I've been getting my steps in though. But like I just sort of just forgot about like doing the walks because like last week I worked out like 5 days in a row, so I didn't do the walk at all. Should have, but sort of forgot. And walking on university campus has gotten me like a lot of steps in. So like all today I only have to do like 4,000 more steps to reach my goal. I'm eventually going to increase it to like 8K or more, but I don't know when. But yeah, pretty good day today for sure. Dived more into the course overall and learned some new shit, man. Like I actually did learn a lot of stuff, and I think I learned so much that I probably forgot some stuff because, like I consumed a lot of I sat there for like 2 hours straight just watching the videos and taking notes and just implementing a little bit as well. Right now, Gemini Google. So one of the methods is, well, not method, but one of the ways to do the new product research way is not product research, new avatar research thing. He has completely different method. It's like brand new it's brand new and only you can find in the community, and which is great. So he updated that very recently, and now that's in what's it called? That's in his community. You can only access it there. And you guys might be like, oh, just prompts. But like, bro, these prompts are actually very, very good. Like, I think it might be better than Mark Builds Brains prompts, because they go more in depth on the actual avatar and like desires, which is actually, I feel like it's more useful than just figuring out, oh yeah, necessary beliefs and all that shit. So I'm not gonna mesh strategies together, but I'm only gonna do one at a time. So the desire testing. So I figured out my next product for today. Today I found to figure out my next product that I'm gonna run. Doing the research right now. Gemini is actually doing deep research while I'm walking right now, which is sick as fuck. And then I'm gonna start working on the product page a little bit tonight and import the product and do all that shit. And that writing the copy and the ads will be super fucking quick because I can just basically just count on Claude to do it for me, because I only have to create like 5 copies. So the thing is, all I have to do is find 3 images and make 5 different copies and just upload those on the ad manager. Shouldn't really take me that long. I'm pretty used to ads manager by now, so I know how to navigate it pretty quickly. The product page might take a little bit longer, but all I have to do is just copy and paste, but still it takes a little bit longer than uploading like the actual copy and shit. Should be able to do it within like a 3-hour span, maybe shorter if I start a little bit today. So that's the plan. It's in the pet niche, and I got a lot of my questions answered very quickly. So that's one thing I really like about the community. Like every single time I have a question in the back of my mind, or even questions I've had in the past that I forgot about, I got them answered. Like say for example, today I asked about the pixel thing, where I said, should I create a new pixel for every single product I test? And they actually said no, because it doesn't matter until you have a winner. And I was like, oh shit, I've been creating a pixel every single time for a new product test. And Anthony said, nah, it's a waste of time. So I was like, all right, fuck, I'm done with that. So yeah, I left that. I mean, not left. I'm gonna stop doing that now. I'm only gonna have 2 pixels, one for my first store, one for my second store. It's gonna be a general pixel. And then once I get a winner, obviously, I'll just leave that pixel as it is and just maybe rename it or something like that. But who cares about the pixel for now? Now we're gonna upload the ads by tomorrow night. I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible because speed is everything in this shit. And I also found out about this new thing, not really new, but interesting business model by accident. Because usually, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I basically trained myself to just think about like every single type of business that I could think of, like when people pass by. So like for example, I always see like the fucking near me, Republic Services, and I was like, who the fuck is Republic Services, and why are our trash cans Republic Service? And I looked them up, and they're like a several billion-dollar company in like trash and waste management, and like even dumpster rentals as well. I was like, wow, I've never really thought about it like that. Like, I've basically just trained myself to be like, oh, there goes a dumpster rental company. Oh, there goes a waste management company. Oh, there goes a crane rental service company. Like, shit like that. And I just look them up after I'm done driving. I'm like, oh, shit, cool. I just like seeing shit like that. And today, I was, like, talking to ChatGPT about, like, who created this Republic Services and who, like, how were landfills created. I know it sounds boring, right? But I just want to know, like, how do the landfills are actually pretty profitable. They can like do 10-15% profit margins, but the regulations you have to have for that shit is insane, which is why waste management and like Republic Services like are the two monopolies. And I'm gonna be honest, no one's gonna fucking compete with landfills and trash, bro, because who the fuck really wants to do that? So it's very interesting to me. And another thing is, so yeah, what I found interesting business, that wasn't an interesting one. I kept going down the rabbit hole, and I was thinking about logistics, and I was like, all right, who the fuck owns all the cargo ships and like the shipping containers and all that shit? And I looked it up, and it was this company called Maersk. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like MARSK, and it's a Danish company, Swedish Danish company, and it's $52 billion. Which is fucking insane. It was created by this dad and the son, these two Danish family, and they created in like 1905, 1904, and it's been going on. And it first started out as a shipping logistics company, and now they do like creating shipping containers. They create the cargo ships and that go and control the cargo ships that go across from oceans, and you know, all the shipping logistics shit. And they're a monopoly in it as well. They're just a monopoly in it. And I was like, all right, wow, that's fucking crazy. And it told me this one thing. I don't remember how I got to it, but it told me about this one thing about freight forwarding and freight like brokering. And I was like, oh, what the fuck is that? And I looked into it, and it turns out you can literally broker the shippers and carriers to whenever like someone wants to say for example send something over, you could literally broker that to a carrier such as Maersk, and you could basically take the profit in between. So basically like pay-per-call, like affiliate marketing, but for logistics. And I was like, holy shit, this just opened my eyes, because I didn't even know something like this existed, which is insane to me. And I looked more into it, and you could basically be like this thing called a freight forwarding agent, where essentially you can, how to explain this, you basically just, they go to you or you go to them, you cold call them, and like a person called a shipper, say for example, I'm a manufacturing company, I want to ship something over to a different country, and I'm going to be looking for a carrier that can do it for me at a good price. And they're going to give me a price, like a quote that they want to pay, and they're going to go to me, or I'm going to go to them, I'm going to cold call them, and I go over to the carrier and say, hey, I got it for this, how much would you quote for this? And then I basically connect those two guys and then take the profit in between. So like say for example, someone wanted to ship something for $2,000, the carrier would take it for $1,800 quoted, I would take the $200 in between. And yeah, that's how they print money. And it's very interesting to me that this existed, and it's called being like a freight forwarding agent. And basically, and the reason it's called agent is because you can join a brokerage instead of creating your own, which creating your own is cheap as well. You can start one for like less than $5,000. You just have to have regulations in place, And keep in mind, it's a brokerage, so you're not really doing anything at all. You're just being a middleman. And I really noticed that being a middleman can make you rich as shit, dude. Because you don't really have to do anything. You just broker the stuff. So you're just being a middleman. And it's just insane to me. Like, I didn't know this world existed. And I looked more into it. And wow, it's just crazy, bro. And the competition is not even that insane. Yes, there are some monopolies, but if you can be like this small one that does really good customer service and actually be very transparent, which is actually a huge fucking thing that's really wrong with logistics industry, where there's a lot of like shady shit going on, man. There's a lot of shady shit going on. So you could even create like a fucking software in order to have compliance and have transparency between the shipping and the carrier and the broker, all three of them. And that would be fucking amazing, bro. Like, that would fucking print. Obviously adoption would be really hard, but that would fucking print. And if you're watching this and you want a software idea, bro, that can work. And having domain expertise is not that big of an issue with AI today. So yeah, I don't want to get shiny object syndrome, but that being a freight forwarder, all you have to really do is, you don't even have to run ads, because it's more of a B2B. So it's more of, they come to you, but you can also cold call. Like, say for example, I can get you cheaper rates, or you can be like, hey, what's your current freight, and shit like that. And then you can be like, I can get you cheaper rates, and they can be like, okay. Luckily, like, it's not like, oh, one customer, the shipper stays with one single broker for the rest of their life. Nah, it's not really how that works. If they can find cheaper, they'll find someone cheaper. But it's got to be enough to the point where you can still make a profit, because you don't want to be like squeezing like only $50 out of someone, you know? So it's very interesting. And you could do this as a job, which is amazing, and it's remote. So essentially it is a sales rep role, but for basically brokering, like, you know, just shipping like clients. So it's very simple. I mean, sounds extremely like sophisticated, but it's really simple when you really look at it. And it's actually pretty untapped. I looked for it in my area, and I couldn't find anyone that's actually doing like this shit. But I could, but like everyone had like 0 stars. So that tells me like literally nobody like fucking, and if they did have stars, usually they had like a less than a 3.5 star rating, because their service was just shit. And I could literally just hop in there, put an AI dialer in, and yes, you might be saying, oh yeah, well, it's more complicated than that. Well, I could literally have the AI caller dial like 1,000 fucking leads a day. Or maybe not even a day, maybe a week. So I don't have to, like, you know, deal with compliance issues with telemarketing. And I could do that over and over and over again. And I could just get it to the point where I can train it to the point where it knows exactly what to say, and just call properly the leads. And all I have to do is just simply make sure that it tracks the correct information, and I put it into the software for my brokerage, not my personal brokerage, but the brokerage I'm working for. And that's it. That's all they really care about. And I have to make sure I obviously get the commission that I deserve from getting them the lead, because they're going to be dealing with like the compliance issues, and obviously getting into the carrier, because all I have to do is just get the lead and make sure that the lead's actually interested and I have the information. So that's literally it for me. So it's very interesting. Who knows, I might even work a job there. I'm not afraid to do that. I'm not afraid to even do the cold calls myself, if that's really come down to it. But with AI and all that shit, the voice AI is getting extremely good, and I think we've gotten to the point where we can just sort of automate it. As long as the calls are not too complex, I think I might just lend it over to the AI. And extremely untapped. Yes, it is a huge fucking industry, like well over probably $1 trillion industry. But I don't really see that much AI adoption going into it. So yeah, very excited. Exciting times. If I wanted to work a job, maybe, who knows, I might even look into it later this year. But I don't want to jump on a different business model. I mean, obviously, this is not really a business model that people really talk about, because it sounds very boring, which is what makes it exciting for me. Because I know it sounds it sounds like an oxymoron, but it's true. I mean, yeah, it sounds like an oxymoron because it's true. Like, who the fuck thinks of freight forwarding, bro? Most people think of crypto or SMMA or freelance brand scaling or whatever the fuck, and no one really thinks about the actual shit that gives value, you know? I mean, not saying a middleman is like, wow, super valuable, but they do help in a sense. And the other business models do too. You can make money from all of them. But freight forwarding, I really don't see any, like, you can make some crazy, I don't really see that much competition in it. And I feel like if you just fucking try and you just implement newer tech into it, shit's gonna fucking rip. Like, it's just gonna fucking rip. So, who knows? Maybe it's fucking train, bro. Who knows? Maybe I might go into it. I don't know for sure. But I'll look more into it, but I'm not gonna be like dive straight into it because I gotta get this e-com shit off the ground first. And once I do, then it's gonna be wraps, man. It's gonna be wraps. I mean, I don't really see the point unless I would want to have fun. To the point, unless I want to have fun or I want to get a job, I would work in it. But if anything else, who knows? Maybe that might be my thing, bro. I might be like a freight broker. Might be like a billionaire freight broker making millions and millions of dollars, and no one would fucking know. No one would know. I'm not an e-com millionaire. I'm not a fucking SMMA millionaire, crypto, wherever. Like, no one would really know what I actually do, which would make it very fun. And I would love to live like that, just a private lifestyle. And that's my dream life, to be honest with you guys. So, and yeah, we're heading over there, man. We're heading over there, so very, 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 very slowly, but we're getting there. So, yeah, this might be my last recording tonight, but we'll see. I'll give you guys updates later tonight. I'll be up a little bit longer than usual because I gotta do some shit and I want to grind harder. So let's fucking get it. Let's go.